Hey guys, I wanted to do a recap video of the worship piano demo, this time with reverb settings. Last time I was just posting something and that was a very big hit, more than I was anticipating, and I wanted to do a follow-up video with some of the piano sounds that I used, but also the reverb settings. Today I am using a MIDI fighter twister, and I'm gonna walk through a few different pianos and let you hear what that sounds like with Valhalla VintageVerb and with Valhalla Shimmer. Okay, so first off, I wanna show you this. I've added an Ableton group. In this group, it's basically like several returns. Right here, if you can see my mouse, the no effects is actually just the dry signal, 100% dry signal. And then all these other settings is in the form of buses because I've got the wetness at 100% wet. And so if you're not going to do that, you're going to add it straight to the chain, which you can. You can add these settings straight to the chains there. I would take the mix or the wet knob and take it way down because it will definitely alter. But the no effects or doing it in a bus form will definitely make it sound more, you can kind of have the piano cut through the mix a lot better. So let's get started with the reverb settings. So this is the Valhalla Shimmer setting. Feel free to copy that. And then this is the Valhalla VintageVerb setting. And so the first one that we are going to check out is going to be Keyscape. So let's hear how this sounds on Keyscape. This is without reverb. Okay, now let's add the reverb. You can see the mix where I'm at on my knob. It's about 75% here. All right, now let's check out how the Valhalla Shimmer sounds. Again, I'm about 75% here. It's going to really alter this sound. Cool. Sometimes I feel like I go in seasons. For the most part, I've used that first reverb setting. It doesn't alter the sound drastically and the piano cuts through the mix. Here lately, I've kind of been doing a combination of both. Let me show you how that sounds. This is a combination of both. You can see on the screen where I'm at my numbers. I'm probably about 25% on both. Let me show you what this Keyscape Upright sounds like. Let's drag that over. So Keyscape Upright, this is just a wing upright piano. Let's start with the dry and then we'll go for it. I don't usually I just use reverb on this. I don't use as much shimmer. Great. I also like to add some chorus to an upright. I don't have that set up today, but maybe another video I'll show that. All right, again, this is with the reverb. I totally messed up, but I'm not going to redo that one. I'm going to go to the shimmer now, and I don't use much of this, but here's how, on this upright, I don't use much of it, but. Sorry for that raunchy note there. All right, so next one I'm going to show you is, so I use a combination of the Noire piano sounds. I have a key largo at the setup that I have at church, and so I use a combination of the Noire sounds, Keyscape sounds, and Noire. Usually with Noire, I do pair it with the Giant. When you have Noire as your main, and then sometimes if you like hit the lower notes a little bit harder, those low notes of the Giant just sound so great and paired so well together with Noire and the Giant. I usually song 3 and 4 of our worship set. That's generally what I'm using almost all the time. It just sounds very good. I'll show you. I just pretty much run just a basic Noire. I change. I don't know how to get that. So I'm about like 14% color there, 11% to the left on the dynamics there. I basically go in, I do that, and then I add mechanical, then felt. I vary on the felt. Sometimes I want more, sometimes I want a lot less. It depends on what songs I'm playing. And I do like a little bit of the mechanical, and there just feels nice there. But let me show you this dry. All right, here's Noire dry. All right, so here is the reverb settings on this. Let's check it out. Man, it just absolutely comes to life on the Noire. Those are literally on the settings. I showed you the Noire settings and just adding that reverb on there. I don't know, something, it just sounds magical there. Let me show you with the reverb. I'm sorry, not reverb, the shimmer. Here's the shimmer. Sounds really good. Here's the combination of both. Check it out. I just realized I do have a sustain pedal that is coming through this mix. I want to try to see if I can mute that somehow. All right, this is with both shimmer and piano. I could just play on that for a while. It just sounds really nice. One thing that I do from time to time, and I need to go back. This is just full shimmer, no reverb. This is just that same shimmer effect, but it's all the way. I'm going to show you on the Noire, and I'm going to show you on the Keyscape piano, because sometimes this is a nice touch. Especially if you filter down a little bit. Okay, let me show you real quick. So I just have a filter. I just hit the mic there. I have a filter, and I just was doing a low pass filter there. Here is that same settings on Keyscape. Let's try it out. Sweet. Got one last piano to show you. This is the Giant. This is the settings. Just take the same setting there. I don't think there's anything special. Yeah, nothing very special there. So here's the Giant. I'm going to show you dry. I had my filter down. Let me turn it back on. Reverb. And here's the Shimmer. I just said a whole sentence and forgot to unmute the mic. But it's so crazy. Like 10 years ago, I would have loved to have had this piano sound for this song using the Noire with Shimmer. I mean, come on now. All right, last one I was going to show you is this soft piano. I don't think it does as great with the reverb settings. This is how it is without. I really like it sometimes. It's just the cinematic soft piano, but sometimes it's just really dark. It doesn't as cut through, but for an altar patch, it's great. And I'll show you how it sounds like. And then I'll add reverb, and then I'll add shimmer, but it's going to really just, I don't think it needs it, but I'm going to show it anyways. Now, I will say one thing that I have done on an occasion is this cinematic soft piano. It sounds so great. I don't have it set up to where I can show you this, But you take that close off and just run this pad, and man, it sounds so good. Like, check this out. Cool. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll add that pad in addition to Noire or Keyscape or something, and that sounds really good for an altar call, and you don't even have to, have like Omnisphere or anything like for that. But if there's things that you have questions about on today, if you want to hear some more pianos, if you want to hear how I set up other things in Ableton, I also am very familiar with MainStage. If you like MainStage, I'm very, very familiar with that. I only like Ableton because I do a lot of tracks at church in Ableton, and I love to be able to use some of the same sounds, especially if I make my own tracks. And then also being able to very quickly click those clips like that to change patches is really nice in Ableton. But MainStage also has some really great sounds. I'd love to even talk about the differences. Thank you for watching.